Okay, so I threw my layout together. I'll do a quick run through. It's disconnected right there. I see that. So when you see that in the video, please know it is disconnected. I'll fix that in a little bit. I'm not going to be jumping over to that side of the track. So what I have out here is I have one giant outer loop, okay? As you see, comes over here and goes out, a little squiggly over there, and it goes all the way outer loop. Now, to get the train to go the opposite direction, you can hit this track switcher, which I have to clean. It doesn't switch. And then you can turn in here, then track switch here. You can either ride this inner loop, and then you basically have a small loop here, or you can hit this guy and then hit the X, and then now you're going opposite direction. So that's the outer loop. Now, when you come around here, hit this track switcher, which you can see I got wires. They were just ran like this. I'm going to run them underneath later. I was just playing around, trying things and checking something out. But you come across, you can jump up here, and then you can hit this little loop in here. Now, if I put an isolator pin on this center rail and this center rail, I can take my ZW over there, and the throttle that you're facing it, the way you're facing the one on the right, so when you're actually here, this guy I could assign to that center. I'm currently using the right-handed. I always use the right. So I set up these two switches to play around with. And what I've done is, because it's one train at a time, when I activate the one switch to activate this, it switches here, but also switches here as well. So I jump the wires from the switch to here. That's what these black wires are. And then these three wires, it's two wires, Cat5. I just paired them together for a little bit thicker wire. They just actually jump down and come back up here. So these two track switchers are controlled by one switch. So let's come over here and just to show you what I mean, right? Give some power. So, okay. So if we look down there, I have a bulb out in the other one. I have a lot to fix and stuff. This was all inherited. As you see that guy right there switching, and down there. So let's go ahead and give it a run. All right. Yeah, it's gotta go nice and slow so I don't derail and fall off the counter, off the table. I'll have to work on something to keep the train from doing that. So we come over here, like I said, we come around. And right now, it's just going straight through. Okay. So I go back around the whole track again. Slowed the throttle too much. Right. So we threw the switch, and there we go. Now we're on the inner loop. Now when you come around, you see the switch actually fix itself. Here we go. See, I didn't throw it for itself. So now we'll come over here. We just threw this guy closer to get him out of the loop. There he goes. And it's out. So, pretty neat. Got the idea of how it works. I like having the one switch control two at once. Those two right there are controlled by one switch. And these two are controlled by one switch. Now I have to clean, as I said, I got to tear that one way over there apart, clean it, hook up a switch. I got to put switches on all these guys. I could probably do the same thing, one switch to control multiples. And what I mean by that is when I come around that one that I told you I got to take apart, let's come over here. When I come around here, I can throw a switch to activate this guy to turn. And when it turns, it's going to come down. It's got to go that way. So I can have it throw that automatically as well. Because right now, it's set up to go straight through. So you can actually use less switches. Now, the only thing I'm trying to think is if I come the other way and I throw the switch and then I come up this, it should throw that as well. So, yeah. So it should work out just fine. I just don't want like 50 switches just to manually control things. So, all right. There'll be more on this layout later. I am looking to hopefully move in 6 months for a bigger house and a bigger basement and a bigger setup. So I'm not going to get crazy. I have tons of stuff under here, buildings, oil derrick, uh, log loader, barrel loader, the cattle cart, the milk cart. So I have all that stuff. So, but there'll be more to come.